Hey, what's up? It's your boy Young Playboy, and this is my first official YouTube video. And I promised you guys to go ahead and like mix it up, do quotes, do love stories, do advice. And right now I've gotten a lot of requests to do a love story, so I'm gonna go ahead and make my first video about a love story. And I got one right here, but it's kind of sad. But I consider this, real love. So I really would appreciate you guys send me your opinion, like comment, drop a comment, hit me up on Facebook, let me know what you guys think about this. But here it goes. So the boy says, "Hey, hun," and then girl, "Hey, boy, I missed you at school today. Why weren't you there?" And then the girl says, "Yeah, I had to go to the doctor." And then boy, "Oh, really? Why?" And then girl's like, "Oh, nothing, just some annual shots, that's all." And then the boy's like, "Oh." So then the girl says, "So what did you guys do in math today?" And then he replies, "You didn't miss anything that great, just lots of notes." And then the girl says, "Oh, okay, good." And then the boy's like, "Yeah." And then girl asks him, "Hey, I have a question to ask you if you don't mind." And then the boy's like, "Okay, ask away." And girl's like, "How much do you love me?" And the boy replies, "You know I love you more than anything in this world." And girl says, "Yeah." And then boy's like, "Why did you ask though?" Girl's like, "Just awkward silence." And then boy is like, "Is something wrong?" And the girl's like, "No, nothing at all. How much do you actually care about me?" And then the boy's like, "I would give you the world in a heartbeat if I could." And then the girl's like, "You would?" And then the boy's like, "Yeah, of course I would," like sounding worried, but is there something wrong? Girl, "No, everything's fine." And then the boy's like, "Are you sure?" She's like, "Yeah." And then the boy's like, "Okay, I hope so." And then she asks him, "Would you die for me?" And the boy said, "I would take a bullet for you any day, huh?" And then she's like, "Really?" And then the boy's like, "Any day. Now seriously, is there something wrong?" And then the girl says, "No, I'm fine. You're fine. We're fine. Everyone and everything is fine." And the boy says, "Okay." And then the girl's like, "Well, I have to go. I'll see you tomorrow at school." So then the boy's like, "All right, bye. Love you." And then the girl's like, "Yeah, I love you too." And then bye. So then the next day at school, the boy goes up to one of his boys and it's like, "Hey, have you seen my girlfriend today?" And he says no. And then the boy's like, "Oh." And then his friend is like, "She wasn't here yesterday either." And then the boy's like, "I know, she was acting like a little bit weird last night on the phone." And then the friend's like, "Well, dude, you know how girls are sometimes." And then the boy's like, "Yeah, but not her. She's different." And then her friend's like, "I don't know what else to say, man, but it's you." And he's like, "Okay, well, I gotta get to English. I'll see you after school." Friend's like, "Yeah, I gotta go to science later." And then later that night, the girl's um, like thinking to herself if she should call him or not. So she calls him, and he answers, and he's like, "Hello," and then she's like, "Hey," and then he asks her, "Why weren't you at school today?" And the girl's like, "I had another appointment with the doctor." And then the boy asks her, "Are you okay? Are you sick?" And then she's like, "I have to go. My mom's calling on the other line." And then he's like, "No, wait." And then she's like, "It may take a while. I'll call you later." And she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, love you." And then like there's like a very long dramatic pause, and then with tears in her eyes, she looked at her phone, and she like was thinking about it, and she finally said it. And she's like, "Look, I think we should break up." And then the boy's like, "What?" And then the girl's like, "I think it's the best thing for us right now." And the boy's like, "Why?" With tears in his eyes. Girl's like, "I love you." And then they hung up. The girl doesn't come, and then like the girl doesn't come to school for like 3 more weeks, and she doesn't answer her phone at all. So then her boy asks the boy again, and he's like, "What happened to your ex-girlfriend?" And then he's like, "I don't know, I haven't been able to talk to her." And then she's like, "Oh, so you haven't heard?" And then he's like, no, what's up? And then his boy replies, I don't know if I should be the one to tell you. And then the boy's like, dude, just tell me. And then the friend's like, well, call his number. And then he gives him a number, and he's like, all right, thanks. And then the boy calls his number after school, and the voice like says, hello, this is county hospital. This is nurse Victoria. And then the boy's like, I must have the wrong number. I'm looking for my friend. And then they reply, what is her name, sir? And then the boy gives the person the info and stuff, and then they respond, yes, this is the right number. She's one of our patients here. And then he's like, really? Why? What happened? How is she? And then the person says, you would have to come to like the hospital and like go to her room and basically meet up with her. And then he's like, what happened? And then they respond, just please come by, sir, and see her. Goodbye. And then he was all scared. And he's like, wait, no. And then they just hung up on him. So the boy goes to the hospital and searches for the room and the building and everything, does like everything possible to find her. And he finds the girl lying in the hospital bed. And then he's like, oh my God, are you okay? And the girl didn't say nothing. And then he's like, there, talk to me. And then she's like, and she didn't finish her sentence. She's like, what, are you okay? And she's like, I have cancer and I'm on life support. And then the boy breaks into tears, and they're taking me off tonight. And he's like, why? I wanted to tell you, but I couldn't. Why didn't you tell me? The boy said, I didn't want to hurt you, she said. Well, you could never hurt me. And she's like, I just wanted to see if you felt the same about me, the same as I felt about you. And then the boy's like, what? And the girl's like, I love you more than anything. I would give you the world in a heartbeat. I would die for you and take a bullet for you. And then the boy keeps crying. And then the girl's like, don't be sad. I love you and I always will be there for you. And then the boy's like, then why did you break up with me? And then the nurse comes in. Young man, visiting hours are over. The boy leaves, and later that night the girl is taken off of life support and dies. But what the boy didn't know is that the girl only asked him those questions so she could hear him say it one last time. She only broke up with him because she knew she would only had 3 more weeks left to live, and thought it would cause him less pain and give him time to get over her before she died. So then the next day, the boy is found dead with a gun in his hand and the note in the other. And the note said, I told her I would take a bullet for her, just like she said she would die for me. So, that's the love story, and my bad that I tweaked during it. But, it's like couples like these that, like actually found love. And like for everybody out there that thinks that love is just a game, like honestly it's not. And once you find that right person, you would literally feel like this. And like I put on my status, love is undescribable. And like I have never drunk before, but I could like tell from like experiences from like my friends when they're drunk. Love is like being drunk. You can't control what you do when you're in love. So go ahead and like drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. And thanks for watching. And shout out to all my team, my supporters. Thanks for helping me out and making me who I am today. I really appreciate it. Well, subscribe to me on YouTube. Like me on Facebook. All my links should be under down there. So you just click on them. And thanks for watching. Peace.